I know it's all right. All right, so let's see.
Already started.
I know.
12. I'll go about 45 minutes.
If you really wanted to, I could add the. I'm taller than I thought.
Add.
The interviews to this episode.
We could add Sam's. If you want to, it's up to you. But no, it's not. I think we can be okay with a shorter episode. Let's just not go through all the goofy. You still need to go up an inch or two.
We get in there. Might as well go all the way, right?
I don't know. Yeah, that'd be alright. That's as close as we can get as far as seeing us.
Yeah. I did it more on your side because I know you like seeing both your arms.
Thank you. Alright, we ready?
Yeah. I believe this is episode 40.
No, that's right. I think it's 39.
I think I did that already.
Oh, was 39 the Ryan Lambert one?
Pretty sure.
So I missed 3 Baker's dozen? I thought that, well, he did it as, I did it as a special, but then we put it in as episode 39, didn't we?
Yes. Yes, you did. Are you ready?
You want me to double check real quick?
No, I know it's 40.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. Can I just do my intro?
Yeah, because you're going to add the other one in for the radio later.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 40.
40!
You don't even let me finish.
I know. That's the brilliance of it.
The joke's on me, huh?
Why is that?
Because we're doing the Joker episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
What episode is it? 40!
Yes, 40.
You know what 40 is? That's
the age
3.
You wanna be?
Yes. That is 3 Baker's dozen plus 1.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up because I wasn't here last week.
Right,
You missed your
Ryan
chance.
Lambert. And
That was your one chance.
you know, we really missed you. Dennis filled in capably.
Capably.
Oh, that's terrible.
However,
we struggled on the technical side. We really missed you. Plus, there was no humor.
Do you know?
It was probably the most serious episode we've ever
2
done.
things. 1, I noticed, and 2, do you know how the Green Lantern and the Blue Lantern work?
How?
The Blue Lantern, when the Green and the Blue Lantern are around each other, the Blue Lantern makes the Green Lantern more powerful.
Oh, nice.
However, without the Blue, the Green is still just fine, but the Blue is kind of worthless without the Green. Do you see what I'm saying?
So, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. So is the Blue more powerful also with the Green?
No.
So, but the Green's better with the Blue, but the Blue basically sucks either way.
Yeah.
Oh. Your analogies are cruel.
I'm sorry. So this is going to be a bit of a shorter episode.
Yeah, it's a little shorter, but that's okay. We got a lot to cover, so we're going to just roll through, right?
Yeah, why is it shorter?
Well, we got a bunch of interviews today.
Oh.
So our time... Well, we've got 2 interviews after this, but we also are going to see your sister's ultrasound for Charlie that's coming in December. So we're very excited about that, but we got to cut the episode short so we can go to the ultrasound.
It's okay, though, because I haven't seen the Joker.
Yeah, and that's all right. But we're going to talk about it anyway, aren't we?
If I do end up seeing it, maybe we'll come back for a midweek little
Ooh,
bonus.
maybe.
But,
maybe.
I have watched it. Do you just want to get right into it?
Well, no, I had a few things. Are we not, going to ask me what I've been up to? We haven't talked in a couple of weeks.
You and haven't. Yeah, what have you been up to?
Oh, not much. What are you doing? Well, let me start with this. So,
I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, just hanging out. Just been, dicking around.
Hey, cheers.
Yeah, cheers. What was that?
We're on a podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they can't see us cheer. Oh, we're stupid.
Well, they can see us cheer, I guess.
If they watch the YouTube. So, by the way, I'm wearing jeans today for Panda's wife, Andrea. because she said I had the whitest kneecaps and she was sick of looking at them. And it hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry.
You know?
Hey, check this out. I wear jeans because it looks good on my butt.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's nice.
I know.
But I told myself, I was like, you know what? You just be unashamed. But I'm a little ashamed. So I'm wearing jeans.
You use bronzer on just your knee.
Just my knee. So for her, I'm wearing jeans.
All of you looks like a nickel except for your knees. It looks like a penny.
All right, so this is what I got.
Okay.
All right, I got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna roll through it. Did you see that Ahsoka was supposed to be in Rey's battle with Palpatine in the new movie?
Yeah, I did, and I didn't read it, so I don't believe it.
You don't think it will?
No, well, maybe, because they did bring the one video game, the one cartoon character
right.
from Forrest Whitaker.
Yes.
They did that, brought him into the movie.
Right.
But I don't see them doing it with her.
I don't know. I think they're going to.
I don't think they will. I don't.
Okay, so you're saying thumbs down on that rumor.
Yeah.
All right, I'm saying thumbs up.
Nice.
You gotta go down. There you go. In more Star Wars news, Wedge is coming back. Come on, that's another up.
It's like Gladiator.
Yeah, no, Wedge is coming back.
I saw that, but.
Which, you know, we saw the original Wedge at the Cincinnati Comic Expo, but he got replaced because he had trouble remembering the lines. So the Wedge that everybody...
He should not have been at that expo.
I know. So the Wedge that everybody remembers is the one that's coming back.
I know his name, but I'm blanking.
Yeah, I should have wrote it down. But the important thing is Wedge is back.
I don't know, that really just doesn't mean anything to me.
Right,
I'm not a big Wedge guy.
How about...
I don't know. Here's what I think it comes from.
Okay.
I think for you it comes from action figure collecting.
It does.
Because there's no way you cared about Wedge when the movie came out.
Well, you know what made me care a little more about Wedge? What? Is he came back for the second destruction of the Death Star. You know what I mean? He was the only one you recognized from Star Wars. You're like, Wedge is back.
Don't you love that Porkins was definitely George Lucas's roommate in college who needed a favor?
It really was?
No, I don't know.
Oh, because that'd be hilarious.
He definitely just needed a favor.
Yeah, he was somebody's buddy.
Mm-hmm. There's just no way.
Here's what how different would that movie have been if Stanley Livingston was playing Luke Skywalker instead of
And
Mark
he does
Hamill?
look like him.
Right?
Especially,
so it wouldn't have been too different.
I didn't look I didn't look at the younger pictures, but him now looks a lot like
You know what
him.
we should have had him say?
What?
You know, because we just posted the Stanley Livingston episode. We should have had him say, just like shooting womp rats back home. If you had to pick a Luke line, which line would you have him do?
With the blast shields down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. All right, so Marvel Comics.
By the way, Luke Skywalker is the most annoying hero.
You think?
For a little while.
Yeah, for a little while.
Was that not the most whiny quote I could have given?
A little. He was kind of whining.
He was very whiny.
Well, he was trying to get up to speed, man.
He
It was going too fast for him.
You wanted the best part of A New Hope.
What?
You watched the original?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Like no, not like the original. It's like the original version.
Yes.
Have you? Obi-Wan's.
I did see that in the theater, so yes.
Do you remember Obi-Wan's like wizard call? It was like, woo!
Oh yeah.
And all this
with the sand people.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you think
Did they take that out?
They made it new.
Oh.
Yeah, do you think Alec Guinness actually did that?
Yes. No, I don't think he did. There's no way he did that.
If he did, do you think he was thinking about when he was on Bridge of the River Kwai and now he's here as a space wizard?
Well, yeah, my understanding was he thought that a lot in that role. He was not happy with that role.
Gosh, that's a shame.
Yeah. All right.
I had a weird dream about you and McGregor. I'm out. Let me tell you about this dream I had the other night.
Okay.
I had the dream that you and McGregor came all the way here and tracked me down and said, hey, listen, Hayden Christensen really sucks. We want you to be Anakin now.
Like you?
Me, yeah.
Did you say, I'm sorry, I'm going to be Mr. Miracle?
Well, for starters, I said, well, why did they send...
Scot free, sucker!
Why did they send you, Obi-Wan? They're not like anybody else.
So was it like a Sheldon Big Bang where he was talking with Bob Newhart dressed in the Jedi robe type situation?
No, it was you. It wasn't Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was Ewan McGregor. It came right to me.
It wasn't. He wasn't in as Obi-Wan.
No, he was like, hey, I just
as himself.
Yeah, they're casting you now. And I was like,
I'm out on the TV show.
I didn't know I was doing that. No, I was going to be Anakin.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to be Obi-Wan.
No.
Oh, well, so you were going to be Darth Vader?
Obi-Wan came to find me to tell me
because Hayden Christensen, I was not following.
Yeah, just Obi-Wan's like, hey, you got the role. I'm like, well, thank you, Obi-Wan, but why are you in West Virginia? That was a weird dream. It's a weird dream.
Well, I personally think you could act just as well as Hayden Christensen. You're welcome. He was in that one movie, though. What was that one where he jumped around all over the place?
Was it Jumper?
It was Jumper.
I actually haven't seen many Hayden Christensen.
It was based on that song.
He looks rough now. I don't know. He looks like he's had, I don't know, 20 years of being made fun of.
He looks a little like Will Wheaton.
No.
I shouldn't make fun.
Actually, I got a Clone Wars thing for you.
Okay.
It's so dumb. But Hayden Christensen was waiting for the phone call to say, hey, we're doing a cartoon. Would you like to voice Anakin? And he was like, I never got it.
He never got the call to voice him?
Yeah.
That's awful. They should have got him.
Funny though.
Yeah, that's terrible. You think they'd have given him a heads up? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's just poor. I'm gonna stand up for Hayden there. That's poor. He deserved a phone call.
And then Samuel L. Jackson came back from Mace Windu in that show, and Liam Neeson was in that show.
I know, everybody came back. Yeah, that's messed up, yo.
This guy's mean.
That's right. He deserved a phone call to at least explain why.
Hey, you remember that Sam thing? Yeah.
Hashtag justice for Hayden.
I saw this thing.
Ooh, that was a good one.
It was.
You like that?
Yeah, it was good.
All right, we'll start a movement.
I saw this thing. It was like
justice for Hayden.
A Jedi VR, and it said you can live all your wildest dreams as a Jedi. And it's the scene where Anakin killed all the kids.
that's funny, but awful.
Best part of the movie.
Yeah, that's awful. All right, I got a couple things. That
was the picture I saw where he's like, oh, he looks rough. He took a picture with the kid he killed in that movie.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, the one he actually kills.
Yeah.
That shows him actually killing him, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can.
Nice. Okay, you good?
Yeah.
No, you're bringing it a little bit. I like that. Yeah, you got a little perked up breath. Hey, that week off must have done you some good.
That's the Percocet.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, whatever works, buddy.
Thank you.
You be you.
I will.
All right. So Marvel Comics is
Ubisoft.
coming out with a.
That's the company, Ubisoft.
Oh, Ubisoft. Oh, nice.
Thank you.
It's a gaming company, right?
Hmm?
Yeah. Okay.
Not a very good one.
So Marvel Comics is coming out with a one-shot, 90-page comic called Incoming. It's supposed to be a mystery, but it's supposed to shape the Marvel Universe. Again.
So, it doesn't excite me. I'm sorry.
Nothing?
No.
Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I was like, okay.
Alright.
Yeah, whatever.
So how long till back to status quo?
Yeah, well.
Just tell me.
Was it retcon that in about a year?
I don't know. I'll tell you what bugs me.
Tell me what bugs you, Brad.
Well, actually, I was going to say one thing that bugs me, but here's a different thing that bugs me.
Okay.
So, quick, small, tiny spoiler for the Breaking Bad movie.
Okay, go ahead.
Well,
hey, let me ask you this. 1 to 5, how many stars?
Same as I'd give any Breaking Bad episode. It just felt like a Breaking Bad episode.
So 5 stars? 4 stars?
4. It was good.
It was good, right?
It was
Did
good.
you get to see our buddy Larry Hankin?
Yeah.
Who has appeared on this show?
By the way, just bring that up. Out of all the times she was in the show, the movie was his best one.
Awesome. Well, he talked about that some when we had him on, but he couldn't say what it was he was excited about.
Yeah, he didn't tell us it was Breaking Bad, did he?
No.
Anyway,
but he was hinting that it was Breaking Bad. All right, tell me.
Pretty much. No, I'm sorry, that's too spoilery. Let me back up. There's a character who comes back. Not anybody inconsequential. It's in flashbacks.
Yeah.
And it's Todd. You remember Todd?
No.
He was on the Black Mirror episode, the Star Trek one.
Oh yeah, Todd. It was the guy from Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. Well, he's gotten noticeably bigger.
Like muscular?
No.
Or, yeah, fat.
Fatter.
Yeah.
But
he was also in Fargo, and he put on some weight there.
But he's playing his younger version, and then so there's flashbacks where it's in between when he died. So then, between then and when he died, I guess he lost a bunch of weight. But it bugs me. It's just kind of hard to not.
It bugs you a little bit.
It's hard not to notice.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I'll definitely sit down and check
good,
it out.
but there's actually a lot of people who come back for this.
That's good.
But
That should.
Yeah, but it's not in the way you want,
Yeah. Oh yeah, flashback stuff.
Flashback stuff.
All right, we'll talk more about that after I watch it.
Yeah.
All right, so a couple just quick ones, and then we'll get into the Joker since we're limited time. Have you seen the theory that Steve Rogers went back in time and eventually becomes Mr. Rogers? That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Well, yes. Except Mr. Rogers died, and Steve Rogers didn't.
All right. You've ruined it for me.
I'm sorry.
Damn it, Brett. Go ahead.
No, never mind.
How about they want Keanu Reeves back as Constantine? I don't know why we're having trouble talking today.
I'm not. Jerk.
Well, I am.
No, I saw that as well, and I didn't like it. I really liked.
He was pretty good as Constantine.
I like Matt Ryan. He looks more like Constantine.
Well, so I think that's the thing is before Matt Ryan came around, everybody loved Keanu Reeves as Constantine. That was comic book person. But now it's kind of split. Some people like him, but some people prefer the Matt Ryan who's done it in the cartoon and
how would you like
Legends
it
and all that.
Where how would you like if they did a Constantine movie where Matt Ryan was Constantine and Keanu Reeves was another paranormal hunter?
Yeah, it'd be good. Or could he just be like a different version
of Constantine? Yeah.
Alternate timeline or something.
Really? Yeah, there's a lot there. I'm not a big I don't know much about Constantine.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes to the screen, which may be what they're trying to set up.
I don't know what these.
All right. So all right, the last thing I got was just something kind of cool that I thought. So Star Trek Discovery. Third season comes out in January, but before then they're showing these short treks. They're 15-minute episodes, about different characters that kind of give you some backstory, right?
I bet you that's for me.
Yeah, she probably.
Can I answer it?
No,
that's okay. I'll edit.
No, we don't have time.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Just text her on my phone.
Yeah, I'll text her after I tell this story.
All right.
Because you can call her back in between.
Yeah, I can. Fair enough.
Ignore cut all this out.
No.
Unedited. All right. So anyway, they do these short treks. Well, so this one is about Spock's first day on the Enterprise, right?
Who's playing him?
So I'm not sure what that gentleman's name is. He's not bad though. So in the original series, Spock in the pilot. That was never. It was aired, but it was aired as flashback episodes as part of the show that actually came out.
I know what it was called.
The Menagerie.
Yeah, you ruined it.
Yeah, it was two-part. I know you did. I know you did. But we're on a short time.
I actually.
So
I did not.
In the pilot, it had Captain Pike was the captain. There was no William Shatner, and his first officer was Gene Roddenberry's wife. That's who was playing it, and they just called her number one, and then Spock was the science officer, right? So in that,
you telling me?
I'm telling you
that she was part Martian ape.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So in that pilot, Spock is he yells all his lines. So he's like yelling the entire episode, which you never see the pilot, but you know when they cut it up and they show it in the menagerie as flashbacks, every time they have Spock, he's yelling his lines, right? Well, so in this short trek,
I wonder why.
well, I guess that's just the version they had. And when this short trek, when he first shows up on Enterprise, number one, it's Captain Pike's Enterprise. It's still before Kirk, so he shows up as Captain Pike, who's played by Wilson Mount, I think is his name. He's the guy that played Black Bolt.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's a good actor though. That was a bad show, but he's a good actor. He was also in the Western Hell on Wheels. So anyway,
it's better than Hell being stationary.
That's right. So he's
it's so much worse.
It's so much worse. He's Captain Pike. Well, number one, who was played by Gene Roddenberry's wife back then, is played by Rebecca Romijn. Played Mystique in the original X-Men.
Librarians.
Yeah, from Librarians, and she's interacting with Spock, and he starts out yelling his lines, and she says, "You don't need to yell, Ensign."
That's good.
And it's like a throwback.
That is a throwback.
That's pretty good. I love that stuff. I mean, that's a good tie-in.
No, I think that I wouldn't have caught that.
Yeah,
gentlemen.
So in the trailer for the third season, they jump 900 years into the future in the third season, and they're bringing back the Andorians, which you probably don't know who they are, but they're the blue-faced aliens with the little antenna on the top. Andorians. That's from the original Trek.
I figured.
Then they're also bringing back the Trill, who was Deep Space Nine person introduced those. So you had.
Wait, are you like telling a joke?
No.
They really brought them back.
They brought them back.
Are you saying to me that this isn't a Trill?
What?
Like this isn't a Trill?
No, this is. That's terrible. No, so they're bringing back the Trill, which I'm a big Terry Farrell fan, so maybe we'll get some Terry Farrell at some point in there. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Maybe.
I'll give you one more.
Okay.
And then we'll start Joker. In the Picard show that's coming out, Star Trek Picard, they released the second trailer, and in this one it shows Riker, and he's in the kitchen cooking, and the last episode of Enterprise, which is, the last episode of Enterprise, it's got a hologram program where Riker has inserted himself in as a chef, and he's cooking. So it's like,
I know Riker.
He was number one. He played Picard's number one. He was the second officer. So he put that in there. So when they ran that program, it shows him in there cooking. And then this one starts off with him cooking, so it's kind of like a little Easter egg.
Freaking crazy, man.
That's a nerd crap right there.
Would you like
deep.
Would you like to
That's
get
a deep
Joker?
cut. Yeah, let's talk about Joker.
All right, should I do a spoiler countdown?
Well,
I
yes,
will.
but wait, no. Before you do that, just real quick, I listened to your latest Too Spooky that I didn't do with you.
Oh,
right? And I wanted to give you you get 1 minute to tell us about it, because it was really good. It was different and fun. I really enjoyed it.
Well,
so
thank you.
Give us your 1 minute spiel about your new Too Spooky project.
All right. So for the next couple weeks, we're going to take a break from our normal topics, and we're going to play a Friday the 13th role-playing game. Which Friday the 13th, if you don't know, is Jason Voorhees, hockey mask, and the machete.
Camp Crystal Lake.
That's on the movie. Ours is Camp Emerald Lake.
Oh, Camp Emerald Lake.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if you get it Too Spooky, you can hear the first episode along with 8 other non-role-playing episodes. It's gonna be fun. It's been fun. We have episode 2 ready, but we're recording and doing a new one.
Yeah, you got to put out quality, man.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, the first one was really funny. So the first one.
Did you have a favorite part?
Let me think.
Was it Gummo?
Yeah, the Gummo stuff was pretty good. But so the first one is just the counselors and the kids going to the camp, and the whole episode takes place on the bus.
Yeah.
So at the end of the first episode, you arrive at the camp.
Yeah, that's
It was really good. That was really good. It was funny, and you're setting it up to be a little bit creepy, and that's pretty cool. So I just wanted to give you. People should check. You should check that out along with all our other episodes of Too Spooky. There are 7 or 8 of them now.
There's 8.
8 of them.
There's 8 in the role playing. So yeah.
And they're really good. My favorite is the Bigfoot episode with Eric Morris. But
yeah, that one's a good one. I like. Honestly, I don't have an episode of
you and I did a Too Spooky. Which one was that?
Irrational Fear.
Irrational Fear was a good one.
I don't have a Too Spooky that I don't like.
They are all good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Probably my least favorite it might be Time Travel, but I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
too.
that was a good one too. Instead of Too Spooky, we may have changed it to Too Spectacular.
The only reason I didn't like Time Travel as well is because I don't like talking about time travel. It hurts my head.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why.
It was
kind of late. I don't know, but
I don't know.
Maybe it's just like it's coming from myself because
Hey man, quit hacking your own show.
No, I'm sorry.
It was good.
It's a good show, isn't it?
It's a great show.
Yeah.
It's not too opinionated, but it's a close second.
Look at what the dog did me today.
Well, you probably deserved it.
I didn't.
By the way, the new episode of Teen Titans, I had told you that it did not go back to the previous episode. It was kind of a standalone. I had not watched the last 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes ties it all together.
Oh, hot dog!
Yeah, so you're gonna enjoy the 6th episode of Teen Titans, and you'll have to, once you finish it, we'll have to talk about it on here because that show has been pretty good. Let me ask you this though, just real quick.
Yeah.
1 to 5 stars. This version of Deathstroke.
Can I do it in a different way?
Yeah.
Can I count down from all the Deathstrokes and tell you which one?
You gotta do it quick, though.
Alright, so let's listen real quick. The Titans one,
Yes.
Joe Manganiello.
Yes.
Slade, Teen Titans Slade.
Yes.
I forgot his name from Arrow.
Manu
Bennett. And
who we have met.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, there you go. There's your 4. Comic book version.
Yeah, this guy's probably my least favorite. Least favorite, then Teen Titans Slade, then probably Joe Manganiello. He looked good, but he didn't do anything.
Right.
And then Manu Bennett.
Manu Bennett was a good Deathstroke.
Yeah. And the only reason this guy isn't very good to me is because he's a mixture of the Teen Titans Slade. I don't like that. Like, I don't like that version of Slade because he's very, I'm going to rule the world.
Yeah, very creepy and.
But I mean, he looks good. He looks good. Don't get me wrong. But I like. Another thing is I like the orange and black costume better than the orange and blue.
So how did you?
But then the fact. No, I'm not done.
All right, keep going.
And then there's the fact that he was just lame. Like he just kind of sat there. And like, you know what I mean? Like the patience is virtue kind of crowd together.
Right.
And I was like, you're supposed to be a badass, man.
Yeah.
And you were just not.
Well, that was my question. Is what did you think of the fight between him and Dick and Corey?
Oh, that wasn't that great.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't. Didn't like it that well.
I kind of forgot about it. Well,
I'll tell you this about.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say this about the Titans, and I don't want to get way into that because that's a rabbit hole that we need to have a whole episode on. But the last couple episodes, because they haven't really shown Dick in costume. Really, he does it very rarely.
I think you and I are about to have the same point.
And the last couple episodes, they remind you what a badass Dick is as a fighter.
He's so good.
He's so good.
Did you like it when Rose split his staff in half and he had the
yes
Exschema sticks, something like that?
Yeah, whatever they're called.
Man, what foreshadowing.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
What I like about Dick Grayson...
The last couple episodes have been good Dick Grayson episodes.
Well, the best part about Dick Grayson, and it's why I've always liked him in general, is the fact that it doesn't matter what he has, if he has a glass bottle or just his fist, or if he has a stick that fell off a tree, he's going to do well with it. He can use anything. He's so great. And also, I don't know if you knew this about Dick Grayson, but he has been voted the best butt in comic books.
What?
Yeah. But
I thought that was Steve Rogers.
It wasn't.
Oh, man. All right, keep talking for a second. Let me text your mom because I don't want her to worry about you. I know
phone's upside down.
You're.
But the last thing I was going to
text her.
The last thing I was going to say was the fights would mean so much more to me if they were in costume. I think they would implant themselves in my brain better. But maybe I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But if Deathstroke was fighting Nightwing instead of Dick Grayson, or if when all the Titans went to the field to fight Dr. Light, they were all in costume, it would mean more to me.
I got you. You want to see him in costume?
Well, I get it's realistic, but at the same time, it's a comic book show, so that part I can sustain. Yeah. but it is kind of funny that the only person in costume ever is Jason Todd.
Yeah, he's always in costume.
He's like, come on.
Yeah, bring it.
He's just always in costume.
Always in costume. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to bring it up. All right, so do you want to do the countdown for Joker? So we definitely need to do a Titans episode though, because I'm enjoying this.
We'll do it in 7 weeks or 8 weeks or something.
How many episodes are there? 13. Okay. All right. Go ahead. 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. I haven't seen it, so no spoilers. But Robert De Niro dies.
That's terrible. Why would you say that? He doesn't die.
I watched it. He gets shot. Are you kidding me? Yeah, he does.
I didn't think you'd seen it.
I watched that clip. Robert De Niro gets shots in the face. Yeah.
How'd you see that?
I heard it on a podcast. Like, oh, I gotta see that.
Yeah. So that's all right. So
that's great.
Joker. I'm a little lost for words, but so let's. Okay, here's the thing. So they filmed it. If you're a Robert De Niro fan and you enjoyed his movie Taxi Driver,
and
this was filmed in a similar vein. In the what?
The Comedian.
And the Comedian.
Was that Robert De Niro?
I'm not sure.
It was definitely Martin Scorsese.
Yeah. And it was filmed in that vein. Yeah, it was very Scorsese.
Well, that's because he was the producer.
Like movie. So, really good. Acting, amazing.
Not a big fan of Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, you will like him better after you see this movie.
Well, I just don't like him as a person.
Like, I'll say, well, I get that, but I'll say this: he's probably gonna win the Oscar. I mean, he was amazing.
I don't think he will.
I'm going. Okay.
No, superhero movies don't do that.
We're gonna. This wasn't a superhero movie.
No,
it's a supervillain. We're going to look back on this and see how wrong you are. Okay. So I'm giving thumbs up.
I'm giving thumbs
Joaquin winning the Oscar.
All right.
So I didn't finish. Let me finish. So acting was great. Dialogue, the story, really good. But it was just a really disturbing movie. I mean, you can't leave that movie feeling good. You know, there's no way.
No happy ending?
No, and I think the reason that it's so upsetting and that a lot of people, you know, are worried about it, you know, is because this is a Joker that could be a real person. You could see somebody going through the stages of mental illness and to the point that they lose it and become a Joker-like person. And I think a lot of people think that's exactly what happens to some of these people when they end up going and shooting up a place or something. And it's kind of sobering. I mean, it's just a very upsetting movie, and not because of the violence, because the violence, honestly,
it's nothing to.
It's understated compared to some movies. I mean, there's a few scenes that were pretty violent, but not so bad that's all you see. It was very understated. It's just a very disturbing movie.
Well,
I mean, you really get to see him go through the stages of mental illness, and it's hard to watch.
I do have kind of three points to make out of just what you said.
Okay.
These movies, I think, have to happen, even though they're uncomfortable, because I think they push it. And I've always felt like movies are art for the most part.
Right.
So these push the boundaries of movies, and I feel like movies is the best way to spread awareness for things.
Sure.
And I mean, it is. It's just, you know, I mean, so many people see movies.
Right. Yeah.
Like if I drew a picture,
good point.
If I like painted a picture, that's not gonna. Yeah. There's a war against the arts.
Right.
But
nice. Yeah, and you're right. That's a really good point, Brett.
And another thing about this movie is I've had a lot of people in my life be like, hey, just so you know, people like us probably shouldn't see it. And I'm like, come on. Yeah, huh? We should totally see it.
What do you mean people like you?
Well, at work, there's a lot of people.
Oh, you mean librarians?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This may surprise you, but there's a lot of people who may deal with depression and anxiety. And some of them work at a library. And some of the ones that do, including myself, have went to me and said, hey, I just don't think you should see this movie.
Because they're worried about you spiraling if you see it, right?
You say the same thing about themselves as well. Like, some people like us just shouldn't see it. But I don't know. That stuff has never gotten to me.
Right.
I mean, it's a movie.
I mean, do you think you'd look at it as, objectively, that you could kind of recognize some stuff and it might help you deal with some things, or do you think you'd watch it and be like, this is me?
Well, I know a couple things, and at the forefront, I kind of know I'm not the Joker.
No, you know what I mean.
No,
I mean more,
kidding.
like I have, and I didn't say that very well, but
No,
I have,
joking.
I have, some of these, whatever you want to call them, tendencies.
I don't see myself like in the movie theater and just start shaking in my chair, like snapping, like that was. I don't see it like.
Well, that's not you though.
No, but time out. But I guess what I'm saying is I've always, every time I walk into a movie theater, first and foremost is entertainment.
Right.
And if it's good enough, it becomes, has a purpose.
Right.
But usually I'm just
called classic.
No,
that's
not
what it becomes.
exactly. But it has a meaning.
Right.
But I'm there for entertainment. I'm there to, especially with these super comic book movies, I'm there to see a character I've read about my entire life. And I'm there to see if they've done it right, because I don't want to see them screw it up.
Right.
But I don't know. I think it'd be different if I wasn't studying what I studied.
Right.
Because it's just, I know the tricks. I know that none of it's real because I know that there's someone on the other side of the camera, and I know how many shots it takes to do this and this and this. I don't know. I have a hard time with immersing myself in things.
Right.
Because I just know how things work.
That's a really good point that you brought up, because one of the reasons that I love TV shows or science fiction or movies and that thing is because I really can immerse myself in them. I always have been able to. However, I went and saw Jimmy Kimmel live, right? And I was really excited about that, to get to go to a talk show and go see. And it kind of ruined it for me, because you get to see, everything's scripted. Every laugh that occurs on that set, including the audience, is all scripted. They tell you when to laugh, when to clap, everything. And that did kind of, having that knowledge, now when I watch talk shows, I'm like, it's all, it kind of took some of the magic away, which probably the same thing happened to you with wrestling and stuff when you got a little older. And
I don't know why I like movies so much, because usually things do get ruined for me when I figure out the fake. Same with video games.
Right.
I have the hardest time immersing myself in video games. But I guess at the end of the day, the thing is, a bomb exploding on a screen is fake, and it shouldn't bother you. The things that should bother you are the things that happen in real life. And I guess you could say, well, would this influence that? But if it's movies don't plant seeds, I don't think.
Right.
I think the seed's already there. If those things are going to happen, I don't think the movie's
going to cause them. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is about I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Movies are the best way to get anything out there. And no. Let me see if I can get a good example. I can't.
Well, let me say a few things.
Terminator showed you that we shouldn't trust robots.
That's right.
And that was that was brave.
Oh, stop. That's ridiculous. All right, so a few things about it.
I don't watch a lot of meaningful movies.
If you're going through, I don't mean you, but just in general, if you are going through a depression or you have some type of mental illness, I could see where this movie would upset you. I could see that.
And that's when, sorry.
No, go ahead. You can jump in.
That's when choices come in.
Well, it does. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. You shouldn't see it if you know, it's definitely one you got to do your research ahead of time before you go see this movie. And everyone, especially parents, should be doing that with movies. Period. Before they take their kids.
You
to
always,
them
I don't know. I mean, this is what you always told me. You may have been lying to me, but you always said that you went to go see the movie before we went to go see it.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Sometimes. You mean back when you were younger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually true.
Yeah.
That was usually true. Because I wanted to make sure it was okay for you.
Sure.
But here's a few things that, you know, I could see where this movie would make people rethink how they deal with people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how people can become very isolated, and you know how somebody that's different and a little strange can seem threatening, but a kind word or a little, you know, a helping hand could completely turn that situation around. So I could see where some people might say, okay, you know, and kind of examine themselves and say, I should have handled, you know, something that happened in my past differently when I ran into someone like that. You know, I could see that. It's. Go ahead. You got something to say?
No, not entirely. I was trying to work the sentence together.
Well, so it's going through the stages of mental illness. I think I said this earlier.
What
was really fascinating but disturbing? You know, because it was upsetting. To better
I gotta
way to
ask,
say it.
what was the snap?
Well, so
Was it? Can I take a guess?
yeah,
Yeah,
take a guess.
His mom died.
Well, I'm not gonna give that away. We're giving enough, plenty away, but she does, and he has a hand in it,
Oh.
right? So, you know, and it
and
talks
his
about
dad's Thomas Wayne, right?
no.
That's what the rumor is.
Well, so it turns out that his mom is crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and that, you know, she kind of made all that up about Thomas Wayne because she worked for him, and she spent all this time in a mental hospital. He was abused by, you know, his actual father. It was a very, very sad, you know, story. But there's a scene where he's on the subway, and he's dressed as the Joker. You know, most of the movie he's a clown, but he's dressed as the Joker, and he's going to the talk show.
The red suit.
The red suit,
yeah.
The one you see, and he's going to the talk show, and the cops see him and start chasing him, and he jumps on subway and ends up causing a riot, right? And on the subway, and they're like fighting the cops. Well, he walks, you know, because he's chaos, you know, he's causing chaos. And he walks off that subway, and it shows him just walking towards you in the camera, and just you can physically see him actually coming into himself as the Joker. It was the most terrifying scene. I mean, I was just, you know, I was with Panda, and I told him, I was like, that scene, like, I got chills when he did it, because you could see, like, he, in that
like
second.
Fanboy chills?
Yeah, he fully became, like Fanboy chills. He fully becomes the Joker. He gets off that, and he's walking toward you, and he has this kind of saunter he does, and a little crooked smile, and it's just like, holy crap, that's the Joker. And that was, you know, pretty terrifying.
I gotta tell you, this is an episode I don't want to wrap up. That sucks.
Yeah.
I really might try and see it, just so we can do a midweek one.
Well, yeah, we'll do a Joker part 2 if you want to.
I do gotta ask you, do you want to see this Joker again?
No.
No.
Oh, whoa. Now let me take it back. I don't want to see this movie again.
Sorry.
I would love to see this Joker do a Killing Joke with the new Batman.
With Robert Pattinson?
I mean, a Killing Joke would be, oh man.
I do not want to watch Killing Joke ever.
I know, but he could do it. And I tell you what, I could see why he wouldn't want to do this role again, which is what he said.
No, he says he's in.
Oh, he's in. Okay,
Yeah.
because he is like Dennis Quaid in Wyatt Earp then. I don't know if you know, he lost a ton of. I mean, he looks like they do a thing where he's got his shirt off and you can see the bones in his back and stuff. It is.
I watched him
awful.
on Jimmy Kimmel. Like, gosh. Like, you're not a small guy.
He's River Phoenix's brother, right?
That's what Mom said, I guess.
I think he is, and I mean, holy crap, those two have to be, I mean, just talented actors, unbelievable.
Could you imagine if on Jimmy Kimmel, Joaquin Phoenix just shot Kimmel? Like, oh my gosh.
Oh my, yeah. I mean,
it's one thing, like, you probably should have saw some guy dressed as a clown shooting you, but could you imagine if just an A-list actor like Jennifer Aniston going on Fallon and just shooting Fallon?
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
I mean, you knew it was coming, but still. All right, so we got to wrap up because we are really up against it, right? So
yeah.
But I'm gonna go 1 minute. I got some Easter eggs I just want to throw out there.
Yeah. Okay.
I always got Easter eggs. So
yeah, I had some too, but there was none that were like I really liked.
Yeah. So I'll go through them kind of quick. So we'll get them. So at the end of the movie, you know, Thomas and Martha Wayne get killed, right?
Yes.
And so it's got Batman, you know, Bruce kind of standing there. Well, the movie they went to see was Zorro the Gay Blade, right? And the other movies that were showing was Blowout, Arthur, and Excalibur.
I did hear this.
Yeah, all those movies came out in 1981, so there's your year for this movie. Took place in 1981.
I read somewhere that this Joker isn't the real Joker, and Jack Nicholson took inspiration from him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, that could be interesting.
Except that would that would mean that in 8 years, Bruce Wayne would become
very old. Yeah, yeah, that wouldn't happen. So also Batman was supposed to take inspiration from Zorro for the cape and the mask.
Yeah,
so kind of interesting. There was also a tie-in from Superman versus Batman, where the movie that his parents were killed in was Excalibur, and they had Excalibur playing in this one, so that's kind of a tie-in. This one I like. So there's a scene with Bruce on a playground where he slides down a pole, and that was supposed to be a reference to the Bat Pole from the '60s series. I thought that was really good.
I love that series.
So the Live with Maury, Live with Maury was
the same font on
Batman as Batman the Animated
What video did you watch? Did you watch a video?
No, I didn't watch a video, but that's so you've probably seen the same thing.
Did you see the Amusement Mile thing?
No.
The Amusement Mile is the park in Killing Joke. Anyway, there was graffiti that said it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, the other Killing Joke references. You know, part of the reason that you think the Joker, you can tell, he supposedly has this girlfriend, and the whole time you're thinking, why is this girl dating him? She is way above his level and stuff.
Oh, that turns Domino, right?
Yeah, and it just turns out it's all in his head. Yeah, it's the one that plays Domino. And so, but he has this really bad day, and he's sitting in her apartment, and that's when you figure out that they're actually not together. She's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I had a really bad day. And that was supposed to be the line from Killing Joke. It was a really bad day. So, thought that one was pretty good.
That's creepy.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy. Okay, the last two. Brian Tyree Henry. Brian Tyree Henry played Miles' dad in the Spider-Verse. And then he played a clerk in this movie, right? He just had a bit part. But he's the first actor to appear in a Marvel and a DC movie in back-to-back years.
Huh.
So, just threw that out there.
That's, I guess, as an award.
and then this last one, this is kind of a stretch, but it's kind of interesting. So the actor that you see on the Murray show, or the Maury show, I can't remember. I think it was Murray. The Murray show was called Ethan Chase. So Ethan Chase was a reference to the guy that directed the movie, right? I can't think of his name, but he did another movie.
Travis Knight. No,
no,
that's not at all right.
No,
that's Bumblebee.
Right. Yeah.
Travis Scott.
Maybe Travis Scott. But so he did a movie called Due Date with Zach Galifianakis. Did I say that right?
I think so.
That's pretty good. So that his character's name in that movie was Ethan Chase. So that was the one that was on there. And then the Galifianakis, played the Joker in the Lego movie. So that was supposed to be the tie-in.
Oh, that is cool.
So there was some good Easter eggs.
Well, hey, good episode, man.
Very good. And when you go see it, we'll revisit on a later episode and go through everything else that we need to talk about. And there's a lot to unpack there, and it's definitely, you know, the conversations, I think, on mental illness and some of the struggles.
Conversations,
I think it will, and the
Agreed.
struggles that people have with depression, anxiety, and that stuff. You know, I do think there's some good things that could come from this movie, and hopefully none of the bad things that people were worried about, you know, come to pass. So we'll talk some more about that later. So pretty good episode.
Yeah, pretty good episode. Check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/MeisterCon, and we'll see you next time. Same Brett time, same Brett channel.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Boom!
Boom.
Let me send Sam a note.
Oh.